You must be feeling like this your night. So do your thing, girl, it's alright. You're doing everything that I like. So let your hair down, get your life. You must be feeling like this your night. So do your thing, girl, it's alright. You're doing everything.
Hey, cuties. What's going on? I am your host, California Cutie. Oh, why my notes don't want to act right now. But anyway, I'm your host, California Cutie. You are in Club California Cutie, where everyone gets in free and everybody is VIP. We have a good time over in these parts, okay? And that's just basically what we do. We just have a great time. That's why it's called a club. Like when you think of clubs, it's like when you go out and have a good time, like that kind of club. That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, like I said, we have a really good time here. So, oh my gosh, let me see something. I'm so sorry, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Oh, excuse me. My coffee is so good. Before I got on, I was like, oh my gosh, I better drink my coffee before I go live because it was getting real good. Real good. Oh, notes, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Maybe it's this one. Okay, let's see. It's still not scrolling for me. Oh, let's exit. Anyway, we are here, y'all, for my girls, married to medicine, okay? Those are my girls. I love them today. Okay. We are back for season 12, y'all. They are in season 12. These girls is getting down. You hear what I'm saying? I think that deserves another applause. I think so. So yeah, we are back for season 12. We doing episode 1. And episode 1, and it's entitled Cocktails and Polo. Okay, so that's what we're gonna get into as soon as I get my notes to acting right, because ain't no fun if the homies can't get in it. Like, oh, got it to scroll, baby. Okay. So yeah. Now let me move them on my way so I can not do all that. Okay. So yeah, I already told you guys we are here for Married to Medicine, season 12, episode 1, Cocktails and Polo. And I already told you guys to hit the like button. So without further ado, let me bring my girls up real quick. Let's do that. Add them to the screen. There they are. Look. Okay, so here's the thing, y'all. I'll leave them big for a second, or enlarged for a second. So we have a newbie. We do have a newbie. And her name is, oh, where'd she go? Wait, Randy? Okay, so I thought it was 2, but I only see 1. Well, anyway, Dr. Heavenly is a friend of now. Y'all don't see her in this cast photo, right? So she's a friend of, so we still gonna get her cackling and messing around, and you know how Dr. Heavenly do. She ain't gonna be too far away, but she is I wouldn't say demoted, but yeah, she has been demoted to a friend of, and we have 2 newbies. We have Brandy, and we also have Angel. And yeah, we gonna get into some things. We still got Contessa, we still got Toya, we got Quad. I think Angel is a friend of Quad's, and she's not in the cast, so she's a friend of. And then we of course have Jackie, and then we have Brandy. No, so it's the other way around. So that's Contessa, because I'm like, wait a minute. Brandy said yes. So we're gonna go Contessa, and then we have Simone, and then we have Jackie, and then we have Quad, and then we have Toya, and then we have the beautiful Brandy. Okay, that's how that's going. All right, I think we got it correct this time. I was like, wait a minute, I don't have it in the right order, but now that we do, we are going to jump right into episode 1. So we start off at Quad's house where she has a couple of friends over. I think it's about three girlfriends over there. Angel is one, and like I said, Angel is a newbie, and when I say newbie, she's a friend of, but still a newbie to the show. And so it's her and two other ladies, and then Quad. And of course, Quad's boo thing is there. There's they still haven't moved in together either, y'all. They still in separate houses. Y'all know King had gave her a little pushback because he's like, there's an order of things, there's an order of things, and he doesn't want to just move into her house like that. And I'm like, well, I'm not even mad at that. Like, that just means you ain't gonna be able to just tell him, get out of my house. Because that's what people get afraid of. Women don't get afraid of that. We I don't know why we don't get afraid of that. We'll go move in and go move in a dude's house, and and he tell us to get out. We be looking at him like, see, you get out. Well, this is my place. I don't care. You get out. We be having balls like a big boy. No, we got cooch like our cooch be big. We really we be doing it big, okay? But I got my banner. Moving across because I am still trying to get monetized. So I really need you guys to like up the video, to share my video, tell your peoples about me and all that good stuff. Trying to get promoted to making money off of YouTube. So I need another form of income, stream of income. So that's where we at with it. So I would really appreciate if you guys can do that for me. But anyway, so King and Quad still have that passion, that fire, even though they, that's probably why they still got it going on, because they had not moved in with each other, but they probably at each other's house, whether they're at Quad's house, whether they're at King's house, but they're usually together. That's probably what's going on. So again, we are introduced to Angel, who is Quad's friend. And she's really pretty. Quad says she's really pretty, of course, and she's like, she's fine. And she was like, and she's really smart. She's a nurse, and she has a couple of degrees under her belt. Quad says she is a go-getter, and she's a true hustler. This was the day after Quad's 44th birthday party. So I guess some of the girls had probably stayed there. And so now they're in the pool, and all the ladies body yada yada, and okay, their bodies look amazing. I was like, yikes. Whew. And we did get a couple of clips from Quad's party. Looked like, like it was lit. It looked like everybody had a great time. All the girls came out to Quad's party, with the exception of Simone and her husband Cecil. So we get a dual scene. Okay, we get a dual scene with Simone and Jackie, who are meeting up for lunch. And may I add, Jackie's little, not little, well, little because she's a petite woman, but her scrub outfit was so cute, and her little shoes. I said, go on, Jackie, you look real cute. Simone even told her she looked cute. But anyway, I don't know what it says. Call Jackie asked if someone spoke with. So Jackie asked Simone if she spoke with Quad. Simone said when she left New York, she was so disappointed in her behavior. But Quad, playing the victim, really irks Simone. Simone, there's a lot of things that irk us that you do, and you not changing. So yikes. Simone says to Jackie, you come over here, you either come to play nice, or you probably shouldn't come play on my playground. I was like, okay, I hear what you're saying. I like the way you talk about it, because it is y'all acting like children with this petty bullshit crap going on. So yeah. I love that you use the playground, kid. Quad says Simone popped up. Quad said, so we bring it back over to Quad and her girlfriends. And she says Simone popped up on Sweet Tea's podcast, where there was a comment made about Quad needing help to get her mortgage paid. Please don't, please, please don't do that. Please don't talk to my ex new wife and talk about anything that got to do with me, from mortgage to me getting my nails done to what I do as a job. She'll see it on the TV. Stop giving her information. Nobody asked you to do that, Simone. So I was just like, ooh, that's not cool. That wasn't cute at all. So Qua feels like Simone is still in her bitter ways. So Angel chimes in and says she probably won't invite her to her birthday party. Angel. He's like, Angel, you just got here. What you mean? Angel, you just got here. Okay. Don't let other people ruin it for your friendships or relationships that you're going to have with other people. Don't do that. Be a grown up. Okay. Just because her and Quad have whatever they have going on, there's probably a reason. So knock it off. That's goofy. Like, remember, we're smart. We're smart. We have degrees. We have stuff. So let's not play the dumb game because it's not cute. I don't know why y'all keep doing that. Anyway, she said, "Yeah, I might not." Angel, I might not invite her to my birthday party if she's gonna be bringing that type of energy. Can you find out what type of energy she on first with you? Because she might not want to come to your birthday party anyway, because she might not be feeling your energy. Just saying. So Quad picks up her phone and she shares with everyone that's there, all the ladies, the girls that she's talking to. And King was there. I forgot. I pulled up the little Quad and got out the pool and went to go grab King, and he was bringing the drinks and the food, so they're all out there now. And so she shares, picks up her phone and she shared with everyone there that the ladies have a group text. That means the ladies of M2M, Married to Medicine, and they have a group text, and they all were saying happy birthday to Quad, sending her birthday wishes via text. And Simone also texted and said, happy birthday. Hope you have a fantastic day. Quad said she texted her back and said, Simone, it's good to hear from you. It's been a while. A good birthday gift from you is to help me pay off my mortgage. Now, when they showed the text, it didn't have LOL, but Simone said laugh out loud, but I didn't see the LOL. So y'all tell me if y'all seen it. I didn't see it. I don't know if she was trying to minimize or because I didn't see an LOL. So Quad responded and said, if you're up for it or not too busy, you and Cecil should stop by. And so now they flipped it back to Jackie and Simone. And Simone says she really thinks 2 hours before her birthday party, she was like, she really thinks that I was coming to her birthday party. You invited me like 2 hours before. So I'm supposed to look for something to wear, glam up, and pick out my booty pad. I ain't mad at you in the booty pad. I might have to invest, girl. I ain't gonna hold you. Don't be mad. I'm a lady of a particular age and I never had booty and I'm scared to get surgery. So ain't nobody about to do all that, girl. So anyway, she was like, hell to the no. Production being shady asked Jackie, hey Jackie, when'd you get invited to Quad's party? Jackie's like, she pretty much pleads the fifth. She's like, you know what? This is client by HIPAA law. I can't, speak to, my client and myself or my patient and myself. And so, but underneath her, they put a banner up that says she was invited 2 weeks before. Shady. Jackie asked them if she thought, Jackie asked Simone if she thought about when she was on the podcast with Sour Tea and she brought up her mortgage. Simone says, well, I got a clip of her saying that any of the ladies on in her circle, who is she putting on traders? And she said Simone. So basically, these ladies are going tit for tat. That's what I'm saying. I'm just still using my Simone voice because she had that neck and that talk. I said, girl, Simone said she dragged her. So she gonna drag Quad back. She was like, shit, I should have been hired at NASCAR. That's good. I like it. Oh, this is when she had a bag, right? And she was like, yeah, this bag, this bag is full with a lot of things that I know about Quad, heard about Quad, and been around to see Quad do. She was like, but if I empty the bag, I was like, she was like, if I empty the bag, then I was like, oh, so that's a threat, but she's talking to Jackie though. But Simone basically said she got so much on Quad that she needs to back off. And I'm just like, this not gonna go well. This not gonna go nice. They're not gonna be nice about this. This is gonna go on for a little minute because they're both being petty right now. I don't even remember why they. I mean, I do remember it is the reunion they did go off on each other and everything, but I need y'all to hurry up and get this over with. This is goofy shit. I'm tired already. So now we head over to the Harrises. Beautiful new home. Okay, Toya loves to move, upgrade, rent a little bit, build a little bit, whatever. But this is a beautiful. When I tell you her house is beautiful, they have a custom made 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath, priced at $3,050,000. And the house, like I said, is absolutely gorgeous. And Toya does not play about her closet. Eugene comes home and we find out that Eugene works out of town during the week. That brother works 2.5 hours, or sometimes he even drives as far as 5 hours away, and stays gone for about 5 days, and then he comes back home. And so he says he makes more money, going out of town. And I know you do. I know you do. So he's been doing this for like 6 months. Eugene has been gone for 5 days. And so when he comes home, this is him coming home from, being gone for 5 days. Which means, Toya has to hold down the fort, while he's gone. So she's basically, we know how Toya is. We know she thinks she's now a single parent. That's just how she's gonna claim. I know she's gonna spend it like that. That's how Toya is. But anyway, so we get a video. Earlier in the oh no, let me go back. So she's getting on the kids about taking out the trash and how the trash should get taken out and stuff. And she turns to Eugene and says, she has to teach them how to take out the trash and because he's not there. And Eugene like, okay, why am I in it? Like, she's this, and this to me kind of puts me in the mind of Contessa. Y'all remember when Contessa went out of town to go get a higher education, and her husband, I can't think of that man's name right now, but her husband ended up getting upset and then trying to tell the kids, with the how it was affecting them that that Contessa was gone. Y'all remember that? That's what it reminded me of. I was like, okay, here we go. Trying to guilt trip her. I mean, you're trying to guilt trip Eugene into him being gone away from the house when he's doing it for a good reason. One, to make more money. Excuse me. So it's probably less stress, even though it's a drive, but sometimes driving is relaxing. I do a lot of driving, and please, well, I did. I do less now, but I did a lot of driving because it actually does kind of relaxes me. So yeah, he was trying to guilt her. Um, so I didn't say earlier in the beginning, they show us clips of things that's going on in some of the housewives lives, but they're just little snippets. So earlier we had got a chance to see Toya's son. She was teaching him how to. Well, he already driving. He's driving. He was driving her car, and she got a Tesla or whatever. And so Toya asked him, "Why do you kids drive so fast?" And he had to tell her, "She drives. You drive fast too." And he's like, she was like, "No, I don't." And he was like, "No, no, no, you do." And I have pictures. He said, "I have pictures of my phone. You driving 100 miles an hour." She was like, "Wait, what?" I said, "These kids, boy, these kids will do you every time. They will get you. They will pull your card every time." Anyway, Eugene uh, says he's not an absent father, even though Toya's putting 2 on a 10. She was telling oh, so okay, so Toya was putting 2 on a 10 because she was like, "Yeah, you know what? You be gone for like 5 days. You could be taking care of a whole nother family." My fool, Eugene thought about it. He said, "Shoot, I can't take care of 2 families the way I take care of this family. I ain't got enough money." I said, "Boy, you better tell it. You better tell it and tell it all." So Eugene says, oh, I just said that. And so Toya does tries to play the kids against their dad and says to the boys, "Yeah, Ashton, no, I think she posed it, but she posed the question, but Eugene took over, and it was like, Ashton, is there a difference, since dad is gone, for 5 days a week?" Ashton was like, "No." And then Toya was like, "Wait," um, because he said no before she was done talking, and she was like, um, "So that's wait. Oh, okay. Let me go back so I can just read it." Ashton said no, but he didn't let her finish her question, so that's why um Toya had to school him and tell him, "You always let a woman finish her questions or her sentence so she knows that you've heard her." Toya is doing all that complaining. Eugene tells her, "You don't complain on payday." She was like, "Nope. I don't complain on payday." And then he was like, "Yeah, so when I'm here, I'm here." And she was like, "Yeah, but when you're gone," he was like, "Yeah, I'm definitely gone." I love Eugene. He just keep it real all the time. I gotta love Eugene. I'm sorry. I think something bit me on my face. Hmm. Anywho, so now we at the Metcalf household, where Dr. Contessa snuck in the house and started trying to finish up her workload. She has 2 computers open, and that reminded me of Jackie. Remember when? I let us say, um, remember when Dr. Jackie would come home and she would get straight to her books, trying to get in the computer and trying to finish up her workload or whatever, and Curtis would see her and be like trying to talk to her, and she's like, "Yeah," not paying attention to him because she's trying to finish up the workload. So he had to tell her like stop bringing the work home and stuff, or don't accept no more patients, whatever the case was. However, she wasn't listening, and I mean, not she wasn't listening, but it took a little minute for her to understand, like, okay, I am doing too much. So anyway, back at Contessa's, um, Scott is her husband's name. It's not even up here. It just made me think of him though. So Scott does see her with two computers open, and so she's definitely still working. He wanted to know why she didn't let him know she was there. And she says, "Well, I really want to finish up my work before I announced that I was home." Scott lets Contessa know that he was just catching up on basketball highlights. That's the look she gave him. You what? You didn't catch up on no laundry. You didn't catch up on no dishes. You didn't catch up on no dinner. You didn't pull something out. You didn't start dinner. You didn't get the kids. You didn't do nothing. You went and got highlights of the basketball game. I wish you would. But my husband do crap like that too. They get on my nerves sometimes. But I've been with my husband 25 years. I don't know how long them fools been together, but man, not fools, but get that from my uncle. He call everybody a fool. Shout out to my uncle Jamie. They call, what's up, fool? Fool. This fool. Anyway, he catching up on basketball highlights, and which means he had been home. He's like, "Oh yeah, I got off at 2, and I was home by 2:30." And he's like, "My workload was light." I was like, "Shut up! You're digging it, digging it, digging it. Stop digging it. It's stupid." And so, like I said, his job was like, it's still, and all the while, Contessa's still working. And Contessa tells Scott, "I have to say, this is more for a woman to be off home early and brag about it, not the other way around." Told you digging a hole for yourself. Which means Contessa is a little envious that Scott has a light workload and she does. They bought a medical building. Okay. They bought a medical building. Okay. I think that deserves an applause. I do. I actually think that deserves a nice applause because that's amazing. The other thing is that they had bought a building, some offices. Both of their office. I don't know if they were able to hire more people, but it was a small office, and it wasn't too far from their house. And Contessa used to run to work and then take a shower there at the job, and then that's how much she was. That's when she was getting in shape and getting ready to do her bodybuilding and stuff. It was dope. I love that. So anyway, they were renovating that space. That place was supposed to be renovated over 4 months ago, should have been done, and now they're $400,000. I ain't gonna say in the hole, but in the hole because they're still. I don't know. What do you do now? Do you keep putting money in that, or you? I don't know how you do that. I haven't never bought a building or an office space. I have not, so I have no idea how that works. But they said they had to pull other resources together to buy the medical building. Contessa gets an invite to Dr. Mimi, I guess she's having a party, but they switch over to Quad's house. So another duo scene, and well, not duo scene, but they switched over to Quad. She also has an invitation, and it's on like the wall grass. It's on a square, like a sheet of paper, but instead of a sheet of paper, it's on a square piece of wall grass. Okay, and so we get Quad. When she got the invite from Dr. Mimi, she pulled her phone out and she calls Dr. Mimi and she's reading and she's like, "Wait a minute, a Polo themed party." So she sent the invitations on I already told y'all of that. So Quad calls up Mimi and tells her she receives her invitation. Dr. Mimi and Quad hang out and they party and they party and hang out and stuff. So Dr. Mimi lets us know that she's not all this. It's not all work for her. She does get out and play. So her and Quad do hang out and have a good time with one another. Okay, and so so things have changed between those two ladies. from last season, because I think, Dr. Mimi was just trying to see how the ladies were, just trying to get to know the ladies. And so they got closer since last season. Dr. Mimi tells her, excuse me, Dr. Mimi tells her that she should dress, garden chic. Dr. Mimi says to be, they don't have to have any conversations at the party. Like basically, don't come with no mess. I already know you and Dr. Jackie is not in the best space, and so we're not gonna do this at the party. Let's not do that. So she was, they, Dr. Mimi says, yeah, y'all should just come and have a good time. Kwa says that's exactly what she had planned on doing. Um, that's exactly what she was planning on doing. And Mimi asked her, had she talking to Simone? She said she had not. She said she done all she can do. She's gonna come. She's she's gonna come ability. Oh, she's gonna take accountability at this point. Oh, okay. So she says, I done all I can do. I um accepted all accountability at this point. She was like, but I mean, at this point, I won't be no ass kissing. She's like, there ain't no ass kissing because that don't pay enough. I was just like, okay. So basically, when they say stuff like that, I feel like you're putting a wall up. You're not open or trying to be open and saying, you know what, I'm gonna give her a chance if she come. It's more like, I'm done. I don't come or not. So anyway, we head over to the Sanders home. Um, and that's where they're getting ready for their Polo Classic theme party. Uh, their decor, uh, they're they're decorating the backyard. It's coming together. They have a big old horse in the middle of the yard. It almost looked like something out of, like on a float on the Rose Parade. On a New Year's Rose Parade out here in California. If anybody knows, they do it in Pasadena every uh, January 1st. That thing looked like it belonged on one of the floats. I was like, okay. I mean, but not. They still went with the theme and everything. Wasn't bad. It just was like, dang, how much y'all pay for that? They have drinks. They have a drinking wall where you ring a bell, and they will give you a cocktail. They have 3 signature drinks to choose from. They also have a beautiful gold swing. Now that gold swing, I want to take pictures on that. That reminded me a little bit of, excuse me, Bondi and her crew from oh my gosh, what is it called? Oh gosh, we talk about it. They talk about it all the time. Well, when she goes out of town, went to Thailand, I think, and she was on a big swing, and they took these beautiful videos and beautiful pictures of just this fabric behind them. So it just put me in the mind of, ooh, that swing that was pretty. I like that. I would definitely put that at a party. That was cute. Reset by Design is who that is. Shout out to Reset by Design and Bondi, because that's what that reminded me of that those pictures that they took. Anyway, we head over to the Whitmore's house, and Toya comes over so she can get dressed and go to the Polo Classic with Simone and Cecil. Because of course Eugene is working. He's either 2.5 hours away or that brother is 5.5 hours away. So Simone is getting a new deck in her backyard. She tells Toya she hasn't been over to the house in about 8 months or so, and she was trying to make little sly remarks and says, "Oh yeah, you've been hanging out with Quad, and how's that going?" Toya's wondering. She says to her, "I'm wondering why you haven't talked to Quad when that's your friend." Simone says, "That haven't been my friend in a long time." Toya says she knows because, Toya says she knows because you've been talking about her to other people, talking about that sweet tea, sour tea. podcast, Toya tells Simone, you can talk about her to me instead. Basically, you could have talked to me about her. You didn't have to go talk to Sour T because y'all ain't holding it together. So basically, don't do that. I'm your safe space, in other words, and it won't get past me. Cecil walks in the room and Toya tells him, you see, you don't get invited to shit no more. Toya. Cecil says that they need to get it together and they need to be more sisterly like. Simone agrees and said, so what if Jackie checked you, Toya? So when Toya was on Watch What Happened Live, they posed a question to Toya about Jackie's husband, Curtis. They asked about Curtis putting his hands around some of the ladies' waistlines. Toya said on the show that he had his arms around several of the ladies, including herself. So they showed a group picture where Curtis's hands looked like they were around Dr. Heavenly's waist. Not around, but like she's standing in front of him. He put his hand down. It landed on her waistline. Boom. And then we also, of course, get the clip of when Curtis pulled Toya down to his lap. And we all saw that in real time if you was watching. And Curtis definitely pulled Toya down into his lap. And Toya looked uncomfortable and she kind of tensed up and kind of felt like, and Dr. Jackie kind of leaned up. At least that's what production showed us. But hey, you know how they do. Toya wouldn't mind if Jackie would have had a conversation with her if she didn't like what Toya said. But instead, she brought it to the Fab Five group, which is the ladies here in their group chat. And she was trying to put Toya on blast. Toya said Dr. Heavenly had been extremely nice, so she doesn't even want to touch what's going on the internet about Dr. Heavenly. But at this time, we know that Damon Jr. had been arrested, and Toya had asked Simone to find out if it was true. Simone confirmed it was true, and she says her heart goes out to Big Damon and Heavenly. Cecil tells them, just like earlier, you guys are talking about the sisterhood. So with that, let's not go tit for tat. Just let it be. Toya said, let her be what? He said, let her bring it up if she's going to bring it up. And if she don't bring it up, you all still don't bring it up. I'm like, damn, it takes Cecil for y'all to understand what's going on. I wish y'all get it together. I really wish y'all get it together. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Watch out. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see where we at. Okay, yeah, this is a good time for us to take a small break. I need to quench my thirst. Hit the like button, y'all, please. All right, I hope you guys are having a good time. I am, because these are my girls. I love them. With all the petty drama, with all the mess, long as they get to the end and we can be friends, I can do with the quorums and the arguments and the bull crap. I just need y'all to, at the end, come to a agreement or figure it out. I need y'all to get it together. That's the parts that I love, okay? Because they actually help me out a lot when I have conflict with, which ain't a lot, but they do help me out sometimes. Sometimes, you know, our stuff parallels and sometimes it doesn't. And then or somebody might come to me and I saw something or I'm like, dang, that just happened on my show. Girl, this is what they did. So we like a little bit of conflict if we can get to a resolution. And that's what I like about reality TV. Okay. So it's time for the Sanders Polo Classic. Okay. So Dr. Mimi came out looking like Mary Poppins. I should have a picture of Mary Poppins so y'all can understand. Let's be clear. I love Mary Poppins, and I'm talking about the original Mary Poppins, okay? Y'all don't know that's where supercalifragilisticexpialidocious came from. So that's the movie. And she had her little umbrella and her little outfit. All she was missing was a little bustle. I love that time. I wish I was born in that time. I love a bustle. Maybe then I would have had butt and I would have been able to, it would have looked like I had butt and I wouldn't have to get no surgery. I haven't got surgery, but I just like the way the girls look. Okay. It looked like Tweety Bird's mama. Anyway, she was looking like Mary Poppins and her husband, they both were cute. He had on bright yellow and he had a pop of that colorful Louis Vuitton. I love that. His hat was the colorful Louis Vuitton. It was cute, white hat, super cute. So the party looked amazing. Curtis and Jackie arrived first. Not first, but out of the group, it was other people there. They look nice. Curtis said in the confessional that Steve don't go anywhere without Louis, meaning Louis Vuitton. And so, like I said, he had on the rainbow colored white hat. He had on all yellow, and then he had that colorful hat, so it popped. It was cute. He looked cute. Contessa and Scott arrived. And in the confessional, Contessa says this is not a real polo event because there's no horses or no stables near here. So she was like, but she got this fake horse right in the middle of the party. She said, man, I was misled. I was like, yeah, that was a little misleading, but hey, it is what it is. Contessa feels like Quad was being shady by asking Simone to come to her birthday party 2 hours before her party. So Contessa, Dr. Jackie, and Mimi are standing together. And so Contessa says to Mimi, what did you think? Mimi says, I plead the fifth. Contessa says, okay, so you agree. I was like, that is true though. I mean, you might as well just shook your head. You didn't want to say nothing, but when you said, what, I plead the fifth, that was like you kind of agree with what Contessa was saying, which is fine. Simone, Cecil, and Toya pull up. And they also, I'm not sure if they were all in the car together, but also Brandy and her husband, I believe that was Shamar, arrives to the party. Simone goes over and says hello to Jackie and tells her that she has came off her playground. Oh, okay, girl. There you go, kid. Toya introduced Mimi to Brandy with a little nudging because she thought they already had met. Brandy is a nurse practitioner. I think. Yes, nurse practitioner. She's opened up a medical spa. Toya says she loved Brandy because she can tweak and tighten your face and do, get your face together, get you right. Toya asked Jackie where her other half was. Jackie pointed at Curtis. He's right there. Toya says, I can see Curtis. Everybody can with his tall self. She says, I was talking about Heavenly. Jackie said, oh, she got a text from Heavenly that said she couldn't make it. Jackie said she didn't really Jackie said she didn't really Jackie said she didn't really it's really bad. She didn't really something. She knows that she's running for vice president of the United States of America. So she's starting her campaign early. Toya was like, and you starting your lives early, ain't you? Jackie says she's just playing, but she really is into politics. And she is running for office. So Toya was like, who she politicking? When she says, who she politicking? She politicking for what? Of what? Um, and then the confessional, Toya said, girl, bye. Ain't nobody voting her into the PTA. I was like, not the PTA. She says to Jackie, but that's not why she's not here. Is everything okay? That's what Toya asked Jackie. Jackie says she really did say it's not any of y'all business. So I'm just gonna stick with that part. Toya says, but is everything okay? Jackie said, if it ain't your business, I can't answer. So in the confessional, Toya says the only thing that she can think of that is keeping Heavenly away from the party is her son, Dr. Damon. I mean, Dr. Damon is her son, Damon Jr., because she has not missed a group function in over 12 years. Jackie and Toya and some of the other ladies, including Mimi, um, tells, including Mimi, Toya, Toya. So now all the ladies are standing there. Mimi is there as well. And Toya walks up and she's like, yeah, Dr. Heavenly won't make it. She's not gonna make it. And she says, it wasn't any of our business. I'm like, why do you gotta go over there and talk about it? Ain't none of y'all business. Even if it ain't, even if that's what Jackie said, you just gotta include all of y'all. She probably was talking about you, Toya. But anyway, here she go trying to tell somebody. Yeah, she said it ain't none of our business, which it ain't. So Mimi says she reached out to her, and Dr. Heavenly told her that they would talk about it, and she respects that. I got two words together that don't make sense. Oh, so the party is partying, the function is functioning. You know, they dancing, they getting that groove on. It looked like they was doing where your fans at? They look like they was doing that. Anyway, Toya makes her way to Jackie and says to Curtis, and says, is Curtis mad at me? So she got a fan and she's trying to cover her mouth so that Curtis can't see her. She was like, is Curtis mad at, is he mad at me? He didn't speak. And Toya said, don't call him out. Jackie tells Mimi, who was standing there, Toya said Jackie tells Mimi, because Toya said he's touched several of us. That us wasn't you included. He can touch you all day long, Jackie. All day long. Yo, this us is not you. She said several of the ladies. Now, granted, it might have not been several. Maybe it was to 2 on the 10. I don't know. Maybe she went back. I don't know. Y'all been on for 12 seasons. I don't know. What I do know is she wasn't including you in that us. So when you said to her, he touched several of us is not you. So stop putting you in and trying to make it better. Anyway, Jackie asked Toya, how did she think Eugene would have felt if Jackie would have said that about him? Jackie said she couldn't believe that Toya said that. And, she was like, when she heard, she was like, oh my gosh, like, And she said, and she didn't like the comment at all. Jackie said she was mad because they painted Curtis in a light that's not representative to who he is. This fool Toya says today, Toya, sometimes Toya, I just need her to shut up sometimes. And it's not even about like literally, I think like her quick mouth sometimes, it can get her in trouble. And she just ain't met the right one. And that's why her and Quad used to get into it so much, because Quad is the right one. Anyway, Jackie says, hold on, y'all, my notes is moving slow. Hit the like button for me. Okay, Jackie says, even that was in the past, and I'm only aware of one person. And I think she's talking about Toya when she saw her being pulled, when her husband pulled her into his lap. Jackie said it was, I think, Jackie said it was the several of them is what got her. Yeah, that would have got me too, girl. That would have been with the. So Jackie says they all hear rumors about their husbands. There's always a rumor floating around about the husbands, but it was Toya to give. It was Toya who Toya to give a get. It was Toya that gave it life and perpetuated it by making comments. Jackie says, "Go with what you know and don't add your commentary." I'm like, girl, that's who you talking to. I can go with what I know, and what I know is that he pulled me, and I know he pulled me into his lap. So even if I go with that, that's a problem for you. And you can't, you seem to forgave him. And child, we'll get to it. Jackie tells Mimi about how she and Curtis thought about divorcing. Toya says she wouldn't like for her friend to say, hey, Toya says she would like for her friend to say, she's talking to Jackie, hey, friend, I'm sorry that I said you sat in my husband's lap. Jackie shook her head no and said, I can't agree with that. I was like, wait, what? So what are you saying? That Toya freely sat in his lap? Because that's not what happened. And I'm going to need her to go back and watch it over and over again like they kept showing it for us. So anyway, in the confessional, Toya says, that that's the if that's Jackie's lie to herself and saying that Toya sat in her husband's lap. Maybe that's how she's copes with Curtis putting his hands on yet another woman. I said not yet another woman. Oh Lord. Jackie says, if what happened, see, this is where I was like, see, here's the problem here. Jackie says, if what happened and you felt awkward, I'm sorry you felt that way. No, she said, I'm sorry you felt awkward. Wait, let me read that again because this is verbatim. Jackie says, if what happened, don't jump. Jackie goes with Curtis putting his hands on the other one. Okay, Jackie says, oh my gosh, he keeps jumping down. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, we're almost done to hit the like button. Okay, let me hold on. Let me push it down. Let me go away. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Hit the like button, y'all. All right. All right. What made me mad is when Jackie said, if what happened and you felt awkward, I'm sorry you felt awkward. Toya said, oh my gosh, it won't move no more. I think that's when Toya ended up saying, are you trying to end this conversation? And Jackie was like, no, I'm not trying to end this conversation. She was like, and Mimi chimes in and was like, hey, but I think y'all should table it. I do, because I don't want y'all over here arguing at my spot. This ain't the time and place. I was like, that's true. Oh, and then Jackie gets in the confessional. She's like, yeah, I'm not surprised Toya wants an apology. but Jackie said her name is not Eugenia or Eugene. I was like, see, y'all are acting up. Y'all being petty and acting up, and they're not taking the full accountability. They're not putting themselves in other people's shoes. I don't know what y'all got going on, but this is crazy. Quad King and Angel arrived to the party. Quad lets us know that this was not her first time seeing Angel. I mean, that it wasn't our first time seeing Angel. She was also at Whitney, when Simone and Cecil had they Freaknik, but it was called Whitnick. Quad is greeting everyone, and everybody's giving her hugs and kisses. Simone was not sitting back. She's actually standing there with Brandy, and she was watching, Quad as she's, as she's greeting everybody that she's coming in contact with or whatever. And like I said, Simone is just sitting back watching her, and she was like, talking to Brandy. She was like, she makes a grand entrance, but she's very beautiful. I say, girl, you be wishy-washy, flip-floppy, don't know what. You make me feel like if I don't know if I'm coming or going. I don't get it. I don't. So anyway, she was like, I guess, let's go over there and let's go speak. So Simone walks over and she gets in Quad's face, y'all, and she says, I'm hot. I'm hot. I'm hot. And I'm like, girl, are you on repeat? Is your needle stuck? What you talking about? And she's this close to Quad's face. And so Quad said, oh, you are? Why are you hot? And so she turned her fan to her too, like, well, let me fan you off. Simone says, happy birthday, Quad. Quad says, Quad, starts sharing her fan, and she's like, thank you. Simone says, and she's, no, with her fan. Quad shares her fan with Simone, and she says in the confessional, she had to keep her cool because Simone is a hothead. Brandy introduces herself to Quad. They shook hands and then they hugged. Mimi has a huge chessboard at the party, and she tells the ladies to go play chess, although they do that in their real lives. Toya decided to go behind the cute. She go, y'all know they got the bar with the green wall up and everything. You ring the bell to get the drink, right? Remember we had told y'all about that earlier. Well, Miss Toya goes behind the bar where there's a little two openings or whatever, and she looks behind the bar, looks in there, and she's like, what kind of tequila y'all got? She was like, I said, this girl, I ain't mad though, because I would have, like, if it's the tequila's not tasting right, or if I can get somebody custom make it for my liking, I'm going to do that. Shout outs to Toya for that. Yeah, she was asking, what kind of tequila y'all got? She likes her Patron, I think. So everyone is taking pictures. Looks like they're having a good time. Brandy tells Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone, girl, y'all got all the patient soda basically in Georgia. She was like, everyone she talks to, Brandy is saying, everyone she talks to goes to one of Simone, either goes to Simone or goes to Jackie. Like they got the patient soda. So Simone says to Jackie that Brandy used to work at Northside, which I guess is a hospital or doctor's office. And Brandy said Dr. Jackie says, oh, you did? What department did you work in? Brandy says she was in infant radiology. And I was like, okay. I love that she was in that, but I don't know. Do y'all feel a kind of way that I feel like when she said infant, like triggered Jackie, like, oh no, you're not a pediatrician, but you work with infants. Okay, so you get to hold a baby, look at the babies, and do all that stuff too. But anyway, Jackie asks the rudest question And I don't know why Dr. Jackie does this, but hey, she Brandy is telling her, giving both of these ladies compliments on how they have so many patients. Everybody she comes in contact with knows Dr. Simone or Dr. Jackie or are patients of them. Dr. Jackie walks up a little bit closer to Brandy and says, "Is your thyroid enlarged?" That threw everybody off. I mean, literally took everybody out. Everybody was like,
"What you talking about,
what are you talking about? Like, what? Girl, what are you talking about? We over here having a whole discussion on something, and here you go. Anyway, it threw everybody for a loop. Simone was in a confession like, "Is your neck enlarged?" Bitch, no. Like, for real. So Brandy ends up saying, Brandy did say, yes, it is. You know, her thyroid was a little swollen. And Brandy said also that Toya warned her that Jackie can sometimes throw a little subtle shade. And then says, like what? Like, what did I do? I didn't. I just asked the question. It's the question and how you ask for me. As if she didn't do anything. Brandy says she sees it. She see the shade. She see it. She saw it firsthand. Jackie says she was staring at Brandy's neck. I was like, well, I mean, she a doctor, y'all. Give her a little bit of poquito, just a little bit. Give her a little bit because she is a doctor. Toya asked if she could give Simone some advice because they happen to be standing with one another. She says she and Quad, Toya says herself, Toya and Quad, went years and years being angry, and she don't want that to be them, meaning Simone and Quad. Simone says that's the only way they're going to have a friendship is to reset because they cannot go back to the way it was. Angel asked Quad if she is willing to have a conversation with Simone. Quad said if she wants to have, I said Brandy. I think it was Angel. It wasn't Brandy. It was Angel. Angel asked Quad. Yeah, Angel asked Quad if she was willing to have a conversation with Simone. Quad says if she wants to, she says she feels like she's done all she can do. She says she is open to them forging a real friendship. Simone, Jackie, and Toya head over to where Quad and Angel and Mimi were all standing. Simone says, where's Mimi? They are walking towards, they're all about to come together as a group. So she's like, where's Mimi? Oh, she with her clique. So Messy Toya goes over to Mimi and says, oh, I heard you was with your clique. I'm like, why are we acting like teenagers right now? Come on now. So Mimi did not like that comment. So she had to let all the ladies know that all the ladies is her clique. Simone finds this moment to ask all the ladies opposing questions. She wants to know if she can take an honest vote from all the ladies there, standing there. Show of hands. Who would have come to a birthday party by invitation 2 hours before? We talking hair, makeup, outfit. Toya says, Quad, not Quad. Toya, not you. Why you couldn't say not me? Why you gotta say not Quad? That's why I was like, wait, what? Shut up, Toya. Anyway, she's like, not Quad. Quad says, I wouldn't have. So we all know that when she invited her, it wasn't a real invite. It was like, bitch, I'm throwing something in your face. We having a good time over here, and bitch, I know you're not coming. Which ain't cool. That's not cool. I'm not saying that was cool. I'm just saying I see you, Quad. Quad says I wouldn't have. But here's the thing. I heard from you. I haven't heard from you in a while. Last time I heard anything, you was running around wondering how I was gonna to pay my mortgage. You was quite concerned. You were quite concerned. I said, boy, that fool Quad know how to put some words together. Because you was quite concerned, honey. Contessa says Simone knows if you want to get under Quad's skin, she didn't say these words, but she basically said, if you want to get under Quad's skin, mention her finances. Go on, mention it. You're gonna see her quicker than what? What bitch? Simone says it was a joke. We drag each other. Quad, we drag each other. Quad, Quad, where's the dragon at? Oh, I think, okay. We drag each other. Quad, where's the dragon at? As if Quad asking, where's the dragon? As if she never said anything about Simone. Simone says, I'm the traitor, right? I'm the traitor. Quad was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, that was me. It just jarred her memory that she started this mess. It was you, Quad. You started. Simone says, everyone can drag. We all should be able to drag. And so Quad says she's ready for the drag right now if you interested. Mimi says, we are not ready to drag, not at this Sanders Polo Classic. No. Mimi is not trying to have none of this mess at her event. Simone walks over to Quad, put the fan on her. Simone says, yeah, cool. Quad put the fan on Simone. Simone says, yeah, cool me off. Jackie steps up and says, no, come over here. She grabs Jackie, she grabs Simone. Get over here. Get over here. Walk over here with me. Walked her away from Quad, and she says, come over here to the playground. Come over here to this playground. Said Jackie, gather her, Jackie. Because Jackie knows this can go bad real quick. I don't know why it says Ken. King. King tells Cecil that they were missed at Quad's birthday party. Cecil says at the end of the day, most of the shit that they are talking about is old. It's old shit. King says, yeah, and we're tired of it. King is really tired of it. He's like, I'm tired of hearing. He says, I'm tired of hearing of it. I'm tired of hearing it. They both agree it's petty. Cecil says he gets burned because he gets from Simone that he's taken up for Quad. Toya says to Simone in front of Quad and all the girls, can you fix this? Can y'all fix this? She tells Simone, you're still angry. And she tells Quad, you're still hurt. Simone walks over to Quad and tells her, I'm not angry. She says she don't know where this bitch is getting that from, talking about Toya. Because Toya be saying stuff and not understanding what she be saying, and the girl, ain't nobody told nobody nothing. I don't even think she even asked. So how you about to just tell somebody, oh yeah, she angry and she still hurt? Shut up. Be quiet, girl. So anyway, Simone said, I don't know where this bitch is getting that from. I'm talking about Toya. Simone says to Quad, I'm not angry with you. I had an angry outburst with you, and we both were angry. Simone tears up and says she stayed in the bed 2 days after that. So after the reunion, when they was cussing each other out, Simone basically said she was angry with herself, angry with the situation, and she stayed in the bed for 2 days after that. She says she doesn't want to fight. She really don't want to, and she feels like Quad needs the time and she needs the space. Toya says, well, how much time y'all need? I told y'all, Toya was, I don't know what she be thinking and who she's, I think she's so used to talking to her sons that she just says stuff. And when she's talking, she thinks it's okay to say, no, it's not. Okay, let's not do that. So anyway, she says, so now we get, I'm guessing these are scenes from future episodes, but they keep flip-flopping to these clips. So we get a future episode that looks like they are not gonna get it together, and then they go back to the party, and Brandy says they need to do it on their own time. Simone said it's not on Toya's clock, and we get another clip of a future episode. So flip back to another episode where they're not getting along. We go back to the party, and Mimi says to Toya, did you hear what she said? It's not on Toya's time. So we get another clip, future episode, where the ladies aren't getting along. We go back to the party, and Simone says Toya needs to keep her mouth closed, and we get another clip of the ladies. Y'all guessed it, huh? We go back to the party, and Quad says, yes, we are going to have conversation. And Toya says, I don't believe you. And that's how they ended episode 1, y'all. Okay, season 12, cocktails in freaking Polo. Okay, so let's give the girls a round of applause, please. Yes. I had a really good time in, recapping and reviewing this for you guys. I am definitely here for Married to Medicine season 12. I'm here for Dr. Heavenly being a friend of and not full time. Only because sometimes she just, I don't know, sometimes I feel like she just overdo it for scenes. And so I'm happy that we're not getting her doing that. And so, yeah. And I'm interested to see how Angel being a friend of, how that's going to happen, how Brandy get acclimated to being, I'm going to say a medicine holder, but whatever they do, a stethoscope holder, I don't know, the medicine thing. But yeah, y'all already know, follow me on all my social platforms that are scrolling on the bottom of the page. And I definitely will be coming back to you guys for episode 2 because it just dropped yesterday. And so I'm about to go watch that. I'm going to bring you episode 2 sooner than later. So again, I thank y'all for rocking with me at Club California Cutiee. The club is just about to close. So whatever y'all do after the club, whether that is go get you some food, go to an after hours club, or if you go do the orangey after the club, go do what you got to do. You understand me? Do what you got to do. But before you do that, before you leave my club, make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Okay, let's take care of the business, and make sure you are subscribed to my channel, because sometimes YouTube will say you're subscribed and then sometimes it's not. So we definitely want to make sure that we are subscribed. Okay. Again, thank y'all for rocking with me, cuties. I'll check you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.
I love haters. I love